Don't forget to subscribe.
Thank you for watching Rich Media. My name is Rich and East African. Please subscribe to the channel as we do all this. Now today we have Paul and Jude, and also happens to be Peter in that shift. So all along we had issues with the Psqaures, and of course we thought they settled their issues. Not even settling, but understanding that we will never get in touch again. Let everyone do his own way or own things. Now, after a while, Peter came to tell us stories, and in fact, he is not yet done. It is the first phase. It's not yet done, but so far, the information or what he has told the audience or people has sparked of controversy and debates among the people, and of course, saying that even if the court failed to resolve these people's issues, he's going public so that publicly people can know what is traversing in their life. So the rift is still ongoing because the look of things, Jude, who happens to be the brother and also who was their manager, came out to refute everything that Peter was speaking. If you have heard this, I will suggest you give me your honest opinion, who is right, who is wrong. But if you haven't, I'm giving you this video for you to react after. This is Peter.
Now the question is Paul involved? The next thing I did was to involve a lawyer, and it was a fight. When I got a lawyer, I still gave it a chance. I approached Paul once again in his house. I said, Paul, I pray say this you don't know about that. Say, what am I talking about? Say, better you come clean. Trust me. So what do I mean? Could do plus and minus. Whatever I don't take from me, no problem. We'll calculate them. Tell me how I'll get them. We'll sell our catalog, remove my money, give me. I don't want problem. See, today doesn't know what I'm talking about. He walked up. That shows that he doesn't know anything. The lawyer came. We prepared a petition. In that petition, he now made the petition against Paul and Jude. I said, no. Paul's not involved here. I said, remove Paul's name. He removed it. I said, remove Jude's name. See, they don't understand. I said, remove Jude's name. Focus on the company, not side music. So the petition was against Northside Music. That's even in court. The case is about concerning Northside Music and federal government. When I wrote that petition, it took the law enforcement agency at least 6 months to investigate. I'm not sure if you guys remember after my open letter and the whole EFCC, when I talked about the EFCC, when I posted about it, how Jude came on live to say that he was shocked that I wrote petition against him and I still came to his house to play with his kids. That's how wicked I am. No, Jude. Point of correction. I took the company that you claim you have nothing, you know nothing about, you and Paul. I wrote petition against the company. I needed answers. So 6 months after the law enforcement agency finished their, investigation. Jude was then invited to their office because they now discovered that, of course, that the company is actually owned by him. Not just him and his wife. Paul was invited for questioning. What the letter said, "Dear Mr. Paul, please, there's an ongoing investigation going on. Please, we need your help to help us fast track the investigation." That's what they call it. They sent for Paul. And they sent it for Paul to come on a different day. Unfortunately, he decided to go to EFCC with Jude at the same day. Of course, they took them to separate rooms. Apparently, they asked Paul, "Who owns Northside Entertainment?" Paul said, "It's owned by us, 3 of us." Correct. Paul, "Who owns Northside Inc.?" Paul said, "Jude." "Mr. Paul, who now owns Northside Music?"
That was that the kind of question he started asking himself. I wasn't comfortable with him. I said, "What is this?"
"Oh, why are they asking this question? Blah, blah, blah." Paul now says he's affiliated to Jude. That was how Jude was arrested. I was thinking Paul would come to me and say, "Hey, guy, now brother do this. See. When Jude was detained, unfortunately, he was detained on his birthday. He got bail that night. So after like about 4 or 5 days or so, the head of I think the zonal head of the law enforcement agency decided to call for a meeting. I came for that meeting. Myself, 2 of my lawyers, and my manager. Paul and Jude came alone. No legal team. We sat down. While the man was trying to see if we can come to an agreement, Paul said something that was shocking. While they were trying to find out how, they told Jude, "Do you know you committed a crime?" And Jude said, "Yes." In his own word. Quote me. Both Jude affidavit, both the statement, he admitted he diverted money. I don't have water in my mouth. Only for Paul to say in EFCC, "This is the biggest betrayal I've never received in my life." Paul told the EFCC, "Sir, Psqaure. This is Psqaure. Me and Peter are the face." Paul, or maybe can someone explain to me how Jude is Psqaure, or how Jude owns Psqaure? Jude have never invested 1 naira in Psqaure. There is no contract whatsoever that we had. And the only document that just goes around showing everybody is the MOU we all signed in 2016. The same document I said that was my financial freedom. The MOU stated a sharing formula. And guess what? It's renewable every year. So in 2016, 2017, it has expired. And even the 3 ways that we share were just based on family. After all, our first manager was on percentage. Second, our mom wasn't on anything. Of course, she's our mom. The real manager that we actually employed, Hawiti, was taking 10%. You came out of brotherly love. We're sharing 3 ways. All of a sudden, you own Psqaure. Paul, how? Paul went to City FM, granted an interview. In that interview, never for once did he tell the world that petition was against Jude or maybe Northside Music, Paul said with his own mouth, watch this.
I was invited by the EFCC. I wrote a petition against me and my other brother. And I did not expect, I never thought it would come to this part. I thought it was just music thing. Then next thing, people are telling me, what did you do? Somebody say you're going to go to jail 20 years. They're going to lock you up. What did I do? Okay, I got there. Okay, what is it? They told me everything. They've already printed all my account statement, everything, put it on the table. I explained this. First of all, what entered my mind? What if I was a bad person? I'm even doing one dubious like a Yahoo boy. I saw this guy don't just finish me. But I took it. And then they started investigation. I was there. That was the kind of question I started asking myself. I wasn't comfortable. And I said, what is this? Then, when I knew it was a bit kind of serious, was when I said, you have to get the shorty, you have to get the lawyer, you have to get this. I said, what? Look at Paul telling people that I wrote petition against him, Paul. He even said they told him to bring a shorty. Obviously, that means he was detained. I didn't respond to that. 2-3 weeks, the fans criticized me. In fact, I'm sure if they wanted to kill me, they would kill me. I did not respond. I waited for 2.5 weeks. After Paul granted that interview, never for once did he say that the petition was for Jude. He said that I wrote petition against him and our elder brother. That they told him to bring shorty. Obviously, that means they seized your passport. Let me tell you what Paul did. You went to grant interview. Everything that happened to Jude, you claim it was you that it happened to. Paul, what are you hiding? Paul, what are you hiding? Now, Paul still claimed that. Now, watch this part. He said that they cleared him, but they didn't come and apologize. 1 month ago, they called me, they called him, they called other brother. Say, first of all, what say that after all investigation, Paul is innocent, first, and Paul is cleared. Everything you accuse him of, we've done an investigation, no. After they told you every time the truth came out that I was innocent, what would you do if you're done? What the next thing you do? I'm sorry.
Simple.
I didn't know.
Simple. So there was no I'm sorry from your brother?
Never. Paul, you were never cleared. Because your name was not even there in the first place. You're not even a director. EFCC did their investigation and found out that the director of this Northside Music was Jude and his wife. In fact, Jude's wife owns 800,000 shares. Jude owns 200. I laugh when they say, oh, the woman caused their wahala. That way marry a Yoruba woman. My wife have never gotten involved in Psqaure's affair. Let's assume it was Lola and I that owned that company. And Lola owned 800,000. I'm gonna go crucify her.
Hi everyone, my name is Jude and Okoye. It's so unfortunate that we are here at it again. Please watch.
A new Psqaure breakup was on the 22nd September. Within that period, because there was an open, I sent out an open letter for the breakup that time, 2017. But something happened July. On the 16th of July or 26th of July, I'll put it up there. You see where an individual paid money within 2-3 days. The person paid about $25,000 something. It's an aggregator, they pay for more like royalties. In 3-4 days time, 2 individuals split that money into 2. Who are those? Look at it there. Paul and Jude.
Yes, he was right. The money was paid by Euro Kings into Northside Entertainment accounts. And again, yes, I and Paul splitted the money in 2. But watch. Okay, On the 1st of June 2016, Onyinye Ujomu of Iro King sent an email saying, "Hello Psqaure, following my conversation with both Peter and Jude, I was instructed by management to hold payment for Psqaure. I was instructed by Peter to make part payments to him, and I was also instructed by Jude to make all payments to Nosa Entertainment. Nosa Entertainment is the account that they have in their system." So, Jason Njoku, the owner of Iro Kings, now wrote, "Gentlemen, as discussed individually, Iroko has an outstanding digital right earnings payment of 38,673. 38,673. Take note. This brings payment up to date to 1st of March 2016. Payment will be as follows. Jude plus Paul Okoye, 25,782. Jude plus Paul Okoye, 25,782. Peter Okoye, 12,891. Peter's money was sent to him directly, while Jude plus Paul's money was sent to Nosa Entertainment account that they have in their system. So tell me, how do you explain that? You go back to that email, you see the email was sent to Peter, p2smooth@yahoo.com, and myself. It was made very clear there that he instructed that the money to be split into 3 and his own part sent to him directly. I was insisting that the money should be paid into Nosa Entertainment account, which the company Iro King have been dealing with. But after a while, Iroko himself now called us on phone and agreed that, yo guys, due to the quarreling, as you guys are quarreling, let's just send this money peacefully to everybody. And I agreed. He now said, because they have our account in their system already, Jude plus Paul should have 25,000 whatever, then Peter should have his 12,000 whatever. That was what was in the email. He now sent Jude plus Paul's money to Nosa Entertainment account, which Peter now printed out and was showing you people, saying that this money came into our account from an aggregator. It belongs to 3 of us. Me and Pokemon took it. Look at that account. It has a balance before that money came in. Why didn't you take all the money? Why did we just focus on that amount exactly, picked it out and split it into 2? Because it belongs to Jude and Paul. Now tell me, Peter knows this. This thing has been trashed by the EFCC. He brought it in front of the EFCC. It was cleared. Why is he bringing it to the media? If it's something that is very important to him that disturbs him enough, as we are still in court, why is he not in court with it? We cleared this thing in front of EFCC. The email was shown to him. He saw the email. He opened his phone and saw the email with his lawyer seated. He said, okay, no problem. Everything was believed to have ended. What is he coming out to do here and again now? If not to spill emotional blackmail, to manipulate, to make me look like a bad person, trying to fuse Paul inside, because that's the only way you can now see Paul and Jude's them together, split something. That is how he how it happens, he has to put Paul inside the picture. How do you explain this? Is that not sickening? Now watch.
Since I don't bank with Zenith, I don't bank with EcoBank. I bank with FCMB. I call my account officer. I said, hey, bro, I say, please, this statement of account of our FCMB not signed entertainment. He says he's not the account officer, but am I a director? I said, yes. And I said to me, he looked at it and said, well, Peter, you're not a signatory. I said, no, I said, you know, he can't send it to me.
Blatant lie. Under manipulative tactics. They told you you are not signatory to the accounts. Please, what is this? This is FCMB mandates that has been open since when till date. Look at the pictures, the signatures. Peter, Paul, Jude are all signatory to all Psqaure's accounts till date. This same thing came to court. He came to court with it after testimony. We cross-examined him and showed that he was lying. We were able to prove that he was a signatory to all the accounts. The newspapers published it. Look at it. It's in Punch, Tribune, Vanguard. All of them published it. He was making a U-turn. Okay. I am a signatory to the account. But what is he doing with it here again on social media? Tell me, is this person normal? You tell me. Please, let's continue watching.
Next thing, everyone demanded they wanted the back end. persuaded Jude to give it to me. He now said it's going to take 3.5 months. I started feeling somehow. If I tell you to give me your statement of account, few minutes, even with your app, you bring it. He tell me 3.5 months. So that's how long it will take. I still play ignorant. Waited for the 3.5 months. Walked up to him after 3.5 months. We kept on doing like this. I walked up to Paul. Paul, what is going on? Say, Peter, I don't know anything about this whole thing where you talk about.
And the Oscar goes to the chief manipulator. He said, I told him that it's going to take 3.5 months to send the catalog. Please watch.
On the 16th of October 2022, Peter called me that he wanted the Psqaure Records catalog, back-ends, and accounting, which I called Lex Record to make provisions for. And he sent it to me later in the evening and said, hi bro, royalty statement, we can provide logs on request. I forwarded this to Peter, which shows exactly the amounts of money as in accounting from Q3 2012 all the way to Q2 2022 in question. So he now called me back to say, no, what they are asking for is not accounting, but the back ends that will show the streamings and whatever that they needed to see.
And he told you people that it took 3.5 months after doing like this to send it to him. Abi, please watch.
So, as you can see, 6 days later, on the 22nd of October, I called Peter to tell him that I have received the back ends. He now said, I beg, send that Psqaure report to booking at psqaure.world.com, 22nd October 2022. So, as you can see, the logs were sent to booking at psqaure.world.com on the same date of 22nd October 2022. And if you come up here, you will see it shows that it was downloaded on the same day, 22nd October 2022.
3.5 months, and I was doing like this, creating an impression that I was up to something. It took them 6 days to send it to me. On the 22nd of October, I sent it to him that same day where he asked me to send it. They downloaded it that same day. Please, where is this 3.5 months coming from? There has to be a way to create a space that Jude was manipulating it. He had it with him for a long time. He doesn't want to give it to me. Then he is not tampering with it to hide something. I don't understand anymore. Please, let's continue watching.
We then finally took Psqaure catalog and gave it to the same distribution guy that handled Mr. P and Road Boy. Probably they thought I was suspecting something, decided to let go of it. We gave it to them. First month of, they said they're going to start paying royalties after certain weeks. I received some thousands of dollars, which I've never received as a royalty. In fact, I've never received dollars as royalty for Psqaure. It has been every quarter. I collected 3 million, 4 million. That was it.
Yes, like he said, we finally gave it to Math Solution to distribute for us. They are the ones that are handling Psqaure catalog till date. As you can see, this is the email they sent on June 30th that says that this is their first report for Psqaure catalog, and the amount due was $12,991.47. And this is how the money was later splitted in 3. You can see here, hello all, we will be disposing payment 3 ways as agreed in the contract. This comes to $4,330.47 each. Northside Music Inc. $4,330. Peter Okoye $4,300. Paul $4,330.
$4,330.47. And he was screaming like he got a huge amount of hundreds of thousands of dollars from the royalty, that he's now wondering, oh, is this money for the 3 of us? Oh, where has this money been since? Oh, somebody has been stealing this money since. $4,330.47. Just to create an illusion that, oh, Jude has been stealing this money all this while. And he claimed that he has never received dollar Okay, what I'm about to show you now, I'll show you. This is charges. You can see the charges is one of the charges. The Lex record is the aggregator that was handling the catalog before we send it to Mass Solution. You can see it here. So the charges are still pending in court, so I'm not allowed to say much about it. But I'm going to divulge a little so you can see that this guy has been receiving dollars from 2012 till that 2020 when we now send it to Mass Solution. Look at it. In February 2017, Lex Record paid twice to Nosa Entertainment account, which is $16,034 and $12,689 thereabout, to amounted to $28,000. As you can see, within that short period, Peter Okoye, Paul Okoye, and Jude Okoye came and splitted the money into three. 989, and we shared the money accordingly here. And he said he has never received dollars. So for that 2017-2023, aggregators are paid you nearly $1.2 million of our royalties. This guy, you want bet me, Abi? I better. So these three agenda we don't create now for this thing now. One, you open your mouth, say language no help you. Paul say language help him. At the end of the day, people begin to attack you, they attack him too. Think say na Psqaure talk him. In go media, in DM full, people they insult him. He go for a radio station to promote a new song. People they call him, they threaten and they insult him. He has to go clear himself, to remove himself from that picture, say, native help me or whatever. You come out, agree, say, in they attack you. Okay, fine. If that's how you feel, why can't you face Paul and attack him completely? What am I doing in the picture again?
Don't forget to subscribe.